Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pendragon, episode 488. I'm your host and game master, EricVulgaris, everywhere. Pronouns there, he, and I'll be playing everyone else today. But you're not here to see that. You're here to see what these two dope-ass knights are going to get into. Colin, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I am playing, my pronouns are he, they. My character is Sir Gareth of Winterborn Gunnet, and I am just a ruthless Alexander Hamilton knight. So that's where I am. How about you, Jim?
I don't know that Irvin compares to any of the founding fathers.
No,
but
you're there in Burr.
Right. But I'm doing great. And I have completely lost all facility for language just momentarily. It'll be back in just a second. I'm doing great. Claims Irwin of Childerton, and am really looking forward to seeing what we get up to. I feel like every session we get more and more just enmeshed and just stuck into the game, and I can't wait to see. I can't wait to think back. I'm all right.
It's okay.
Cut me off. I'm done.
It's okay. We got a lot to go through today. Just a heads up, everybody. So if you watched my prep yesterday, earlier this week, we are going to slow down the game a little bit rather than go try to barrel through an entire year's worth of stuff today. We're going to actually take it slow, do a couple seasons today, but by diving into the world a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit of a content warning for like religious struggle and things like that, personal struggle. In terms of like religion, sexuality, that kind of stuff is going to be on the table today. I promise not to be, I'm not doing it for the sake of doing it. I think I'm doing it tastefully, and I've had consultations about certain things here and there. But just in case, if you're not here to talk about like religious shit and stuff like that, turn off the show. It's fine. It's not no big deal. Skip this episode. But like between the paganism and Roman Christianity and stuff like that, it's going to be a theme of today's episode. And speaking of which, I have a passage from The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley that I want to start the show with. All right. So the scene is with Merlin talking to a couple people. Imagine maybe like, a dark, damp cave or, a place where sorcery be held. And Merlin's going, now there are two Britons, Igraine. The world under their one God in the Christ, and beside it and behind it, the world where the Great Mother still rules. The world where the old people have chosen to live and chosen to worship. This has happened before. There was the time when the fairy folk, the Shining Ones, withdrew from our world, going further and further into the mists, so that only an occasional wanderer now can spend a night within the elf mounds. And if he should do so, time drifts on without him, and he may come out after a single night and find that his kinfolk are all dead and that a dozen years have gone by. And now, I tell you, Igraine, it is happening again. Our world, ruled by the goddess and the horned one, her consort, the world you know, the world I know, the world of many truths, is being forced away from the mainstream course of time. And apologies if you're hearing sounds. I'm being homing. I'm being the residual home for another corgi. So now I got 3 little otter goblins running around, similar to Colin a couple weeks ago. It's just a curse, okay? So if you hear shouts and little scatterings around, that's what's going on my end. But my condenser mic will try to do the best it can. But sorry. Right. Okay. So anyways, a couple notes from our prep that you two should know about. Uncle Mind Dog had a baby, little baby Gwern. I don't know who the other parent is. That's a thing as well. And Gareth, for you, Gwellis, your uncle had a baby boy. Or sorry, excuse me, your uncle had a baby boy. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Good for him.
Yeah. Speaking of babies and stuff like that, for the opening scene today. Just a recap from kind of 487 is that you two kind of faced near death on the River Test, deep in Saxon territory. Both of your uncles have sort of came around, or someone in your family has come around with news that they have given birth, and this is the very first time, the very first spring, where you two both have children. The next generation, the future heads of Chalderton, the future heads of Winterborn Gunnet are born, and you're looking at them in their eyes.
Mhm.
So I wanted to take a moment on, I don't care who answers first here, but like, what do you wish your parents did for you, and like, what do you promise to make right for your children here that you're holding? Are you hoping that they become a knight like you? That kind of stuff. What do you think that kind of looks like here?
Unfortunately for Gareth's kids, he has expectations already. He named one of his children uh, Aeswin.
Yeah.
Gave his firstborn daughter a Saxon name, not just any Saxon name, the name of the Saxon who saved Gareth's life. And his other child he named Glessig. So
No pressure.
I feel like the names themselves are the expectations. I don't think he was expecting a second child, but he got one. So Aeswin is the firstborn, and this kid, as far as Gareth is concerned, will have a bevy, a platter of manors at their fingertips, and they will have to rule them. They are going on to good things.
Hell yeah. Cool. So you do have little hopes for these little X-month-year-old little babies, these little tots.
Yeah. Yep. Little tots.
Sure. What about you, Jim?
I think the death of Glessig really inspired in Erwin a kind of fatherly bond that maybe is uncharacteristic for the time. He's still a knightly father and paterfamilias, as it were. But he makes sure that little Gorthrin, now at 3, I believe,
Yep.
is at his heel wherever he is on the manor. And he started to take him riding, things like that.
So we just have that scene at like kind of like night where you're just at a very nice slow trot, and your little boy's on your knee, or like or just kind of like holding him as you kind of just patrol around.
Yeah, he I think likewise to maybe Gareth, he is planting the seeds now for a kind of mindset in Gorthrin that this manor is defended by more than might of arms, and is defended by the might of one's cunning and wits and their letters. Yeah,
I love it. Cool, awesome, good shit. I like that. I like that a lot. Just keep in mind something I realized that maybe I didn't do the greatest of jobs early on, is that while I described Mott and Bailey castles, your manors aren't really Mott and Bailey castles. You don't get all of that shit.
Not yet.
That's what Vagon is. Saurum's even more than that. Saurum has Roman stone. It's no. If you obviously have like a palisade and like a gate, right? But that's about it.
I don't think we have to buy a palisade. I think we have a ditch.
I had assumed that we didn't have any defenses. Yeah, I had assumed it was an open. I mean, I assume the house itself is hard to get it. It's like heavy doors and things like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting anything made of stone or any kind of vertical barrier.
Yeah.
Only reason I know we don't have a palisade is because I was looking to buy one last year.
Right. Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify in our mind's eyes of what happens when raids go on and stuff like that.
Sure. So would we need to get Roderick's permission to, like, if we had the considerable capital to buy an upgrade to a Mon Bailey?
Well, you don't need Roderick's permission.
Yeah.
By virtue of him naming you stewards and the caretakers of these lands, you have the rights to do them.
However, those castles that become a problem later.
Right, exactly. Letting him know what you're doing isn't the worst thing in the world. That's what I'm saying, right? It's that you don't have to tell him.
Yeah.
But he probably would appreciate it.
I'm building a war chest right now.
Yeah.
So
awesome. All right. Well, speaking of you and what you're building, your standing stones, despite the raids last year, were cleared and completed. So from now on, you can always mark a check to spiritual at the end of the year by virtue of having standing stones on your lot. All right, and the first major scene here, with like some stuff, is going to continue here on Erwin. Cholderton's priest, Father Tathan, Tingir's and Glessig's uncle, has requested counsel with you.
All right. Yeah, I'll hear him.
So he comes in. He's an older man, got a kind of like a beard, kind of salt and peppery beard. A little bit overweight. He comes in. He's coughing. He's like, "Excuse me, my lord. I hope this is a good time to talk to you about some pretty serious matters."
Certainly.
Well, I see how God tests your faith and courage, and I know not why. In my 23 years of being here, God has chosen to test you most of all. But I want you to know you can hold firmly to your faith in the Lord Christ, and I can do what I can, but just know that God is listening and God will provide for you. You're a good man, and your faith will be rewarded.
Thank you, Father. I understand that the faith is quite firm and that God will provide. But I have found myself that everything that I have provided with my own hands. And your concern and ministrations are welcome always on the manor. And there is hope for me yet, but I cannot abandon the ways that give me strength right now. Not in so trying of times.
I understand. I truly do. Just I would like to be more of use to you if at all possible.
And see what the common folk need and make sure that they are attended to spiritually.
Well, I've caught them working many a time on the Sabbath. I will
We should rest.
preach to them.
Yes.
I will preach to them much more. Thank you for your time. And then all of a sudden you hear, "Look out!" And you hear the sounds of a crash as your gate door falls apart.
Whoa.
It doesn't kill anybody or anything like that, but your actual like manor's doors fall down.
Right.
So that's going to cost $1 to repair. And currently, if you were to be rated this year, you would have a -1 to your battle rolls.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
you don't have a working, a good enough door.
He's just hanging off.
Yeah, it got damaged in the raid last year.
Gotcha.
And then one more little moment here of your.
Does it happen when Father Tingard is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
so
like
yeah.
he's like looking at it. It's like when that scene of like you come down the stairs for hearing the sounds and like Tinger's like in front of the door and like just the door is kind of like collapsed outside, right? And he just looks at you and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's just gonna give him a look. Yeah. Get that fixed.
Cool. And then your partner comes rushing down as well, and says, "We can never have a good thing with a bad thing." And she's like holding a small little piece of vellum, like a letter.
Do I know how to read?
No.
Okay.
Unless you have the skill, you don't. Know
I do
to read.
not. I don't believe no.
Nope.
I'm like 100% sure.
You could learn how to read Ogun, which is sort of like the ancient Kimric, or you could read Latin.
I got 0. Not read.
Right.
Yeah.
So otherwise,
prepare myself. Read too.
Yeah. Anytime you need to read something, you would have to hire someone from the church, basically, like a scriptorium kind of person to help you out here to write your letters for you. So, anyways, Colin comes down the stairs and says, "Husband, I hear. Well, I was going to surprise you with some good news, but I guess maybe now this could be a nice little balm for this door situation, and it's from it's from Classic, is what they say, and they hand you a little note, and you kind of look at it and just like some facts and figures kind of like scribbled in the margins." Mm-hmm. And it looks to, and Colin kind of explains it to you as you're looking at it because you're like, you can't really make sense of it. It's just a kind of future plans and kind of a little leftover investment scheme that she was working on. And basically, you have $2 to whatever future investment you want.
Oh, nice.
Like kind of just like, background, like a little bit logistical support and like logging of certain things in the letter here. That you sort of have a $2 rebate to whatever kind of manner improvement you want.
Nice. I will consult with Colin after she reads they read the letter.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
So, all right. So while you're doing that, and maybe like want to peek over at maybe some improvements and things like that, Gareth.
Yes.
Going with you. right. So less ideal. You don't get a letter or a missive or anything from your partner at this moment. Instead, an itinerant. Yeah, why can I not say this word? I wrote it down. I don't know what. An itinerant wool trader has been attacked on the roads near your manor. He's okay, but as he's kind of coming back up on the road from the main road through Lev Camagus and Clatford on the way down to you,
Mm-hmm.
he mentions how he was attacked by men of the hood, prowling in your domain.
Men of the Hood,
Yeah,
as in like
bandits.
men of like monks,
No,
or just brigands. That's what we're
brigands.
calling brigands.
Yeah.
Okay.
They wore cowls and they hid their faces, and they seemed more organized than simple folks. But due to he lost a foot guard, in the exchange. But in all the goods were protected.
Well, I'm gonna try and get some more detailed location out of him where he was attacked.
Yeah, totally. He'll help take you out there. Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a posse together. This
Sure.
is there are very few things that Gareth would take more seriously than like the strict military enforcement of what he considers his. This is like you don't cross the line.
Mhm.
Not at Winterborn Gunnet.
Right. So he leads you back kind of like that northwestern kind of main road area. And can you give me a hunting roll here as you're kind of following the tracks and he's kind of explaining stuff as we get off the road. It's like, so this is where I was attacked, and like kind of explaining stuff, right? As you kind of go look around for signs of movement.
Any modifier?
Let me see what the weather's like today. This is early. Let's say this is about February. So let's see what the February. It's a light breeze. It's cool. It hasn't rained, so it's fine. Yeah, nothing has been washed away.
That is a fail. I am not a hunter.
I should have given you +5 because it's kind of like your lands, and they're not doing too
Would
bad.
not
But
have
it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. Cool. So you do find traces that lead up to those blackberry patches, like towards Idmiston. And while you're there, looking around, things are pointing towards Idmiston. Can you make an awareness check for me?
Gladly.
This is kind of like a skill challenge.
Yeah, I get that feeling. That is a fumble.
Critical fumble. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're pretty much guaranteed that they came from Idmiston.
I may have to send a strongly worded letter to Idmiston then.
And the wool merchant, kind of like scratches his head as you kind of are all like near that blackberry patch looking over and kind of seeing like the town, the small little manor of Idmiston. And he's kind of like, that kind of tracks. There was a knight with them. And even worse, and most dishonorably, he blackened his armor with soot to hide his colors.
I have never much liked Idmiston. Not that I much like anyone. But this is not something to be negotiated recklessly.
No. Now, let me ask you this question here, right? This might require a little bit of a conflict in you. The evidence here is pointing towards Idmiston, but how trusting are you? How suspicious are you of them? Right? Because he's supposed to be really he's the just favored person of everybody. And the evidence is proving that he's doing something most dishonorable. But
I'm a 10-10 between trusting and suspicious.
Yeah, right. Do that for me.
I'm sorry. That should be 11-9. But
okay. Right. This is pre-positivism, so it's basically how you feel is right. It's technically the truth, and so it can go either way here.
I'm very conflicted.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? You know what? I think here what's going to win out is the sense of honor. Right? I have 19 honor. That is not inconsequential.
Yeah.
That is my sense of self.
Propriety.
Right? I consider honor as like I must live up to this standard that I am aware of.
Mm-hmm.
And the standard here is someone was attacked on my land. if nothing else, Idmiston needs to talk to me about this. So Gareth is going to spur his horse and ride into Idmiston to speak to the Lord of the Manor.
Awesome. Yep. So we're gonna do Frayed. Thankfully, I have a little bit of an NPC sheet for Sir Frayed. We know what Sir Frayed doesn't have a high thing in.
Hospitality.
Hospitality. Good old default here.
That's right.
Oh, he passes. Okay. So he's very, very genial with you. Nothing off-putting or anything like that. However, I bring this up. Here's something pretty interesting. Now that you came to this manor, Lady Great is nowhere to be found. So he kind of introduces you and says that you know what? He's probably I'm gonna test his honesty if he's just gonna tell you, because he'd rather you hear it from him than someone else. Sorry, let me just see. No, he fails.
So he's hiding something from me.
He's certainly hiding something. He tells you that she isn't feeling well, but he's not a good liar.
Well,
and, you heard that he just had a child, so that doesn't. Anyways,
when she feels better, give her my regard. Now, to Frayed, I have this wool merchant here who says that he was attacked by brigands. Moreover, I suspect that these brigands have come onto your land. I would ask for your help or your disclosure if you happen to know where they may have gone.
Let me ask you, do they have blackened armor?
That is what was reported to me, yes.
Yeah, I had a similar attack last year.
I see. And you were unable to catch the brigand last year.
No, they seem to be the most tenacious sort. Kind of like bed bugs. You get rid of some and are very pernicious.
So you've no idea where they would be.
Well, that's not entirely true, my friend. I am led to believe, based on my counsel with Sir Roderick, that this is the work of Sir Blaines and Love Comagus.
Well,
you know that border between us is hotly disputed.
Never let it be said a Silchester passed over an opportunity to be a shit.
Yeah. Just count your cattle. Make sure they never got anything out with that. They took a good steer of ours.
This cannot go unanswered.
No. I was expecting to talk to Earl this Easter feast to discuss what could be done.
Talk to Sir Roderick
Yeah.
about what's to be done. Do you think Sir Blaine has talked to his lord?
No. He
No.
acts deniably.
He acts deniably. Well,
he looks at you like you don't know. Well, you do know that they have a long-standing rivalry.
I do. What I'm suggesting, Frayed, is that if Sir Blaine's acts with impunity, why should we not? A raid for a raid.
Well, I believe Earl Roderick is the most... I wouldn't say wounded, right? But like, basically what I'm trying to say is that he would rather... he's afraid that he doesn't want to leave him out of the loop because Earl Roderick would want to get his little, get in there too. And wants to make sure that he's okay.
Yeah. Well,
but he understands that you want to there's no time of time is he's a busy man and that we should just do it.
And and I'm thinking about it and I'm trying to reconcile his sense of honor with dishonorably blackening your armor and going on one of these raids, which doesn't strike me as too honorable.
I want to be very clear. Raiding is not dishonorable. Raiding amongst allies is not dishonorable, especially at this time. It's basically
okay.
It's totally that's totally.
Let's
fine.
fuck him up then.
Yeah.
then Gareth is energetic. He's like,
blackening your armor is dishonorable. Hiding it is dishonorable. But the actual act of just kind of being a bully to your neighbor is not. That's totally fair.
Perfect. Oh, choice. Yeah. Let's then that's what he's gonna suggest. He's gonna say,
yeah,
let's we should definitely talk to Sir Roderick afterwards to set up the next raid.
Sure. Awesome. Okay, cool. So they might do a little bit of raiding today.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Do you want to do this before? So I know you had plans to do a feast this year.
Yes.
We do have the Easter feast coming up. So I want to know, would this be like beforehand, like, or do you think this would be after the Easter feast? Like maybe like around Pentecost or like something else?
If this goes poorly, that colors the feast. So I kind of want to do it before, because then it's something to either brag about during the feast or to be like, okay, this feast makes up for the shitty raid I just went on.
Yeah. So do you want to like be like, nope, we're rounding up a posse right now. We're gonna go raid this early time right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So not feast. We're doing this first.
Correct.
Okay. We're gonna do raiding.
Oh yeah. Raiding.
Cool. I imagine are you gonna loop in Erwin?
Absolutely.
Right. Thinking
Gotta
about
get the Choldertons.
like thinking about most of the knights in the area, right? Kind of that whole stream of manors, especially in this sort of like this northwestern quarter, are definitely interested.
Yeah, the Born Boys.
Yeah, yep, the Born Boys. Yep,
we're gonna get beer cozies made that say that.
Awesome.
So I think that Erwin, this message from beyond from Glessig, this final gift is occupied him and Colin, I think, even into the spring, probably up until Easter. And so he, with regret and with best wishes, and you can call upon Mind Dog, as he owes me one last favor, and we'll see if he can acquit himself on another raid.
You're gonna steal time from him and his baby boy? All right. Okay. Mind Dog's up in Vagon.
Yeah, is he closer?
He's several days away.
He's several days away.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Vagon Castle's kind of up to the north.
I thought he was up north.
No, he's.
It's the west. It's the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to go through.
If it be like a huge house, he's not going to suggest. He wouldn't suggest.
Vagon is over here. I should shift ping.
That's
and right. Lev Kamagas and stuff is all the way up here. It's like literally the opposite side.
Gotcha. All right then. Yeah, with regrets, he is in the middle of upgrades and is like I don't know. I guess it would be like a squire or a page or something that would come to him, and it's just like surveyors are out there, and he's of a domestic mind this spring.
Sure. Okay.
Then we definitely have that scene where Gareth, you've got like the papers spread out of like the plans, and he just kind of like puts his gauntlets on it and be like, right, all right then, Owen, mount up, and you're just like carefully move gauntlets off the paper.
I look forward to your feast, and good luck to you.
Indeed. I cannot wait for you to meet my children. Little Glessig is a charmer, I think you'll find, and Acewin shall live up to their name and be an absolute pain in my ass.
I don't believe you named him after a Saxon, but Saxon saved your life, so...
I am not convinced that wasn't an angel-made flesh, or perhaps some fairy sent from the other side to keep me alive. I have much work to do, Erwin. In this world, until I am done, I have much work.
It's that hunger and drive which inspires me.
Inspires you to, and like pointedly looks over the construction.
The new door.
Yeah. You are so inspired. Well, Erwin, I shall keep you no longer. I have some Silchesters to spank.
Yes.
Scoops up his stuff.
Freaking nice. Cool. So you're going to be leading this raid then, if I understand you correctly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So then, what's the play here? Are you just going to be kind of like pushing So let's bring you over to the map here. I don't need you to give me like the play-by-play of where exactly you want to hit.
Right. So here's the play.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to be clever.
Yeah.
We're going to send a couple, too few knights to cause some hell and get out. but long enough to get a posse to follow them, and then the rest of us are going to jump them.
So, are you looking to kidnap?
I like to think of it
Ransoming
as unexpected hospitality.
Yeah, ransoming a knight is totally normal. That is.
Yeah.
In fact, the fact that you all haven't been ransomed yet is a big deal.
This is, yeah, I want to unexpectedly deliver some hospitality to a Silchester or two.
Fucking awesome.
In fact, if I could get someone and they will be my guest at the Easter feast.
Yeah, for sure. So Jim, do you mind playing Sir Frayed in this raid? Cool. I got a character sheet for him.
Not at all. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Fucking
Awesome.
Sir Frayed.
Yeah, this is good. Okay, then. So we're gonna be trying to capture a knight. So I think what's gonna have to happen here is, do you care if you want? Do you specifically want to target someone who is loyal to the Steward of Love Kamagas, or are you just going after anyone in Silchester? Because remember, Silchester's freaking big. Silchester is like...
That's true.
Silchester has London in it. It has the Collegium in it. It's got,
It would be, but it's big, but they're also right next to Kent. So, like,
yeah.
I feel like it's like they've got Saxon issues of their own.
They
I
definitely
think it'd be ideal to get someone who's connected to the steward, but that's not why we're doing this. This is chess thumping.
Okay. Okay.
This is not super strategic.
Part of this is wondering then if you need to do like a recognize roll as you're like picking targets.
No, probably not. That's not forefront. I just want.
Then I'll just roll randomly to see if they are or not. Okay. I just asked that question for tactical purposes. Okay, cool.
Sure.
All right then. So I think then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a hunting roll. Sort of tracking out, finding the right time.
I should
pursuing
invest in hunting.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to be the one who does the hunting roll. You're a party of groups. I imagine at least one of you has a hunting skill of 10.
All right.
Maybe not either of you, but just assume someone has a hunting skill of 10. Otherwise, just roll randomly and see what the skill is.
Nope. Fuck.
Let's see what's her
Okay. So you fail the hunting roll. No problem. All right, so let's see who you would come across. That's not great.
Uh-oh.
So the King Arthur Pendragon has this really, really cool thing about like you meet somebody on the street kind of table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And let's see. So let's see who you meet. God. At the crossroads. Oh, first, actually, you get... Oh, awesome. So here's what happens. So you are in the process of going through the Shoot Forest, looking for some Saxons to raid, where you come across an encampment that you were not expecting. You were actually coming. It's kind of like near the main road, but off of it, and it's pretty obvious to catch them. Maybe you thought this was like the trail of some Saxons, or like some bandits returning. However, the sounds and orders of Latin strike true, and this is Praetor Cyaxares's retinue.
Oh wait, did we hear about him last Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Praetor Cyaxares has been the exiled king. He doesn't like to call himself a king, but he is the ruler of the Soissons region of northern France, kind of like Normandy, that kind of area. And he's been trying to ask Uther for years to help him get a marshal up a force to go across the channel to go help retake parts of Gaul, as he calls it. But we would know it more as Frankland at this point.
Okay.
This is unexpected. So he's here. Yes, it is unexpected that you catch him here too. He offers his hospitality, his Roman hospitality to you all. Wants to know what you all are doing. But he just tells you that he's on his way down to Sarm for the Easter feast. He says Winchester. So he's going to go meet the Earl and then go together with the Earl out to Winchester, which is kind of near Camelot.
I will extend an invitation for him to stay at Winterbourne Gunnet at his convenience, like either going to or coming from. This is someone we heard about, and I think Gareth's political mind is like, this is someone I think I should know.
Sure. Hospitality test to see if he accepts it.
Yeah, that's fair. Trade, isn't it? Nope.
You do know that hosting these types of people would probably cost you money, right?
Yeah, I have a bunch of money right now, though.
All right, cool.
That's
Not for like the whole year or anything like that, but just like staying there and bringing out extra stuff means you're going to be awesome. Yeah.
awesome. Success.
Yeah, you seem like an all right folks. He asked you what you all are doing.
I think I'd tell him. Like, there's a long-standing tradition of rivalry between Silchester and Salisbury, and the score needs correcting. So we are off to correct that and spring some Salisbury hospitality on some Silchester bastards.
Awesome. So I want to point out right now, his campment, even though they're just camping for the night, his like 50 or so squad have a very nice defensive ditch around where they're camping. All of their things are in order and rows. Like the commander pavilion is there. Like these people are all like clearly trained soldiers and doing things in the Roman way, right?
Nice.
So it does look, it vaguely reminds you of a battle, but this just seems like there's something different to this. These people know what they're doing, and it has that Roman Roman taste that just is not here in the Cymric culture.
Gareth, I raised my battle, I think, last year. So I've been studying like Roman texts. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah. So the point that I was going to bring up though is that in the sort of commander's pavilion, he has many vellum books around with different things. You see a couple of them have like little sketches of plants in them. But when he talks to you and talks about the histories of Silchester, he's like, "Oh, 1 second," and like he goes like looks around at one of the numerous journals, like pulls one out and like looks through here. It's like, yes, I remember here from apparently someone was writing, a monk was writing about the spat between the Sarms, what was it, Earl Roderick's Lady Ellen, and he's like looking at it. Apparently like he does a lot of research for somebody.
Gareth is like trying to be impressed, and he is impressed, but Gareth is also someone who doesn't like to read or think too long about something before he decides what he's going to do.
Right.
So he's just like, yeah, so are you riding with us? What's going on?
I wish I could, but I have other business this spring.
Of course.
But,
heavy lies the crown.
Is there any way I could convince you all to stay and hang out and drink with us?
Well,
unless I understand how duty calls and don't want to keep
you. This is duty, but this is pleasure as well. And I think Gareth is going to take this as a leadership moment and like kind of turn to the other knights and say, "What say you? Shall we enjoy some Roman hospitality before going off to spank the Silchesters?"
I think you get the huzzas.
Yeah.
I mean, free.
Right.
Rating is great, good. But so is drinking for free.
Yeah.
Right. Especially how they have Roman wine.
Yeah. Sundays for fighting Silchesters, but Saturdays are for the boys.
And then the clink of goblets as you all are drinking some mighty fine wine. Something happens while you all are drinking. So another like kind of like montage scene of you all kind of drinking, singing some kind of Latin songs as you were kind of like learning the songs, and then another Roman kind of legion, they're kind of legionnaires, but they're really not. They also like banging on the table together, and you all are kind of just like also banging on the table because you're kind of like honorary, guests here. And then they call out coin check, and they all quickly bring out these little kind of coins. On their symbols there are those double wreathed. Like the crown wreaths of Rome. All these soldiers have them. They're not actual money, but they're all part of the same retinue. Sargeras' men all have them. And they pull them out knowing that you don't have them. And they all kind of look at you two, being like, oh, and they kind of like culturally, it's implied here that because you don't have a coin, you're supposed to kind of go fill up their drinks for the next round and kind of be like the bottom of the totem pole That's how they get you here. So, but the question at this point though is, was this intentional? Did they do this to like snub you because like, hey, we're being lovey-dovey, but also like you're Kimrick and we're Roman and we're better than you? Was this a simple mistake that they forgot they were drinking with people who aren't the lead? You have guests and they just forgot, and this is a custom they're used to. So I want you all to test modesty for me.
Shit.
Erwin. Mm-hmm.
You're not Erwin. Please stop it. Stop it.
Is this a deliberate attack on your honor? Right? Like, was this supposed to be made fun of? Okay. So, when you fail, you have the option to succeed and say that you aren't, but you must mark and check pride.
Ooh.
Success.
Okay.
All right. Sir Frey doesn't want he's sort of there as he's not commander, so that means he is there as Sir Gareth Jr. And so he doesn't want to. He will mark pride.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So then he is going to take offense, or he's not going to take. Sorry, he's not going to take offense.
Yeah, he's not. Otherwise, he bristles, but then no one else takes umbrage and he swallows it.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. They all kind of cheer as you all get up and grab their glasses to go fill it from the cask, and they all praise you. Like, they have you kind of like slaps on the back as you bring it back, being like, nice going. Yeah, look at you all. You're Kimrick fast learners. Kind of stuff to our customs. They do not offer you a coin, but they also refrain from doing another coin check in your presence.
No.
Okay.
It was a flex. It was definitely a flex.
It was definitely a flex.
Sure.
Yep. That Roman soldier flex. In fact, I think Siagrius, after like hearing about that stuff, and maybe another one's called, and he like puts his foot down about it and says, "No more, not with these guests. It's not hospitable." That's what he says. Right. So, anyways, cool. Other than that, if you feel like you would drink too much, then in temperance, but otherwise, you guys, I imagine you're all you're fine drinking the nice Roman wine.
Yeah, I'm not super. I'm gonna test it because. Oh, okay. I did fail. So, I think Gareth considers himself on a little vacation right now.
Remember, if you're not sure how you would feel, you should probably test prudent.
Okay.
Right. You're like, I should probably keep a level head here. So that's not really like how much you drink. It's like your style.
Sure.
Okay. So then you would test indulgent. Yeah. Okay. So no, you do. Failed. You do drink a little bit too much. Okay.
I have to check for Sir Frey.
Oh
okay.
no.
Okay, maybe it's just the night of you all like this wine is stronger.
They don't than as much. Yeah.
They brought their own Frankish beers and wines and that stuff. That's mixed. That is, wait. So I think the Roman style you'd water down wine, right? But they're in a foreign land, not particularly close to a body of water that they know. So maybe they would usually water it down, but they're like, yeah,
it's fine.
And the Kimricks are like, oh, it's wine. And
sure, look at this.
Yep.
We are unmanned.
Right. Okay, cool. So as a consequence of failure here, I will give you all an option. I want you to choose between these two things. Do you think you developed directed trait of indulgent Roman wine? As in, like, this is like something that you like as like a directed trait? Or do you think you all are just going to be hungover? Giving you -5 to like energetic and stuff.
I think for Gareth, it's -5. I don't think he's the drinking sort. I have an indulgent of 7. It's
yeah. Let's see. It doesn't look like Sir Frey is very indulgent. He's got a 4. It's actually quite temperate.
I failed indulgent. That means that I didn't indulge.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gareth didn't even drink that much. Okay.
No. All right, let's see.
Oh, I see, but
no,
Frey did.
Yeah.
The prudent roll I thought was just to see where we fall on the how much we might indulge.
Right. So because you failed your prudence, you should definitely test your indulgence.
Gotcha. All right, let's do this.
that's the moment of being like, yeah, whatever. A little more wouldn't be bad. That's not
Okay.
right.
So
You
I
got to that
passed
point.
Indulgent.
You know, when you're like filling up your glass at a bar, or you go to the bar, you go to the bathroom, and you come back, and you're like, is that it for the night? No, I have a little more. You know what I mean?
Call it the mirror moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mirror
You
moment.
look at- you when you make eye
It's a
contact
prudent
with
rule.
yourself in the mirror, and
Yeah.
you're like, I know I'm good now,
Yeah,
but in a second I won't be.
This is the prudence. That is what the prudent test is. Oh wow,
Okay.
they make their they
So
make
I
the
make the
indulgence.
even though I have an indulgence of 4, that one will.
That secures it. Okay, so you are hungover.
Yeah.
All right. So this is great for Gareth. Gareth isn't hungover, but his neighbor, who he doesn't particularly like, is hungover.
Okay.
He just got in with the praetor of Franklin. This is a good weekend so far.
It is. You should definitely take 10 glory, for chumming it up with praetor. But also, as the consequence for Sir Frey being too drunk, he's a talkie drunk, and reveals to you that Lady Grade and them are probably not together anymore.
Now, do you mean to say
He cheated on her. He cheated on her with so he tells you how he went up to Malahut and the Lindsay embassy with Uther.
Ooh, well, we were getting our chest caved in.
While you're getting your chest caved in, or right? He fell in love or just had a good time, and after coming back from the Malahut embassy, he brought a kid back with him, admitted it to his wife because he thought that was the right thing to do, and Lady Grade did not accept that was okay, and she is now at a convent.
Gareth's about to show
abbey.
his whole ass here. Gareth puts a hand on his shoulder.
I wish you were here, Urban.
Sir Frayed, you don't wear the cuckold's horns. What matter is it to you then? She should have accepted you. You are, after all, the knight of the household. You have a right. Every man has a right, and that hand is going to drift down to Freyd's thigh.
Oh, are you trying to seduce him?
It's been a good night.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have to roll?
When in Rome.
Yeah.
Exactly. I've heard things about the Roman style.
I feel like this is is this flirt, or is this just
This is a flirt. Like that. I don't think Gareth is honestly looking to really start anything here, but he sees this guy sort of wobbling and being
10.
vulnerable, and he's gonna take advantage of that.
Flirt plus 10.
Flirt plus 10.
For sure. Okay. Then can Frey test chastity?
Certainly. Where is that? Chastity. Oh, chase. There we go. Oh, he's a touch lustful.
Yeah, that's what happened after last year. Still fails.
Fails.
Oh, shit. Okay, mark lustful for him. And yeah, you two have a little roll in the hay.
Yeah, he does.
He promised it wouldn't happen.
So,
Awesome.
would this put a check in lustful? Because right now I've got 13 chaste.
Yeah,
so
you're
this
married.
was uncharacteristic of Gareth.
Yes, absolutely. I think you should definitely check lustful here.
Okay.
Seducing another knight. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, when in Rome. Awesome. All right, let's do some rating. The following day, you all set off for down kind of the main road to Love Camagus to go hunt down a knight. Right? And so I did a roll here, and I got a special attack. So good news and bad news. The good news is we're gonna have a fight. The bad news is that it's not with a knight. You found a small little Saxon exploration gig.
Oh, nice.
So you're gonna be fighting 5 curls.
All
Churls.
right.
Ooh. Oh,
Shorls.
let's do it.
Not very glorious.
I mean, yeah, but whatever it loses in glory, we gain in the chance to kill more Saxon.
Well, the thing is, though,
dogs.
they are heavy with supplies from their raiding. So you're basically
Yeah.
raiding a raider right now.
Oh,
like
So-
raiding with extra steps.
Yeah. So you're raiding a raiding party.
I don't know where this stuff came from.
Right. So in other
Like,
words, you can keep some supplies if you can keep some of the goods if you wanted to. Who knows
Yeah,
what they belong
perfect.
to?
It up for
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. So there's 5 of them, and let's say there's how many knights do you think came with you? 3?
3 or so, yeah. It's.
Cool.
I don't think we got a whole.
So some of them.
Lance.
Okay. So then some people are going to be teamed up against 2. For the sake of the battle, do you want you 2 to be teamed up?
Yeah.
By 2? That's fine. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well, you're on horses. They are also, I guess, on horses because that's how they're getting around so fast.
So
But,
no bonus there, so just straight sword.
Yeah.
Fight with lance or
Yeah, it's one of those things where you guys weren't really particularly being stealthy, but you kind of it was kind of that thing where they're on a horse coming back with supplies, and you kind of just ran into them, and it just really just was sort of turn around the hill and see each other
all the
in
time.
the woods, and
Okay.
all of a sudden you give chase, right, and they're fighting.
I don't even think we probably wouldn't have brought lances either. We'd probably just be swords if we're raiding.
Probably. Yeah,
Spears at best.
For sure.
that's a success for me.
-5. So that would have been.
I was going to ask beforehand, could you actually, Colin, roll a battle roll for me?
Oh yeah, sure. Oh no! Come on, I
Okay.
just raised it to 15.
Welcome to Irwin's world.
I earned it.
Yeah.
Okay, but they also fail, but you crit fumble.
I crit fumble.
So I think
Dude,
instead is
They get the drop on us.
I think that's what happens.
Okay.
Or it's not as bad as it could have been. You're not like, a trap and you guys have to test to fall off your horses.
Right.
That a fumble of a battle could give you. But instead, I think that they are going to be charging you instead. So they're going to get a +5 to their attacks.
All right.
But the swords still are true. It's just that it's different now. So they're going to get a +5 to their attacks. But they have 2 of them. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we're going to ignore your sword rolls because we did the battle roll first.
Right.
Because
Okay.
both of you are getting attacked by 2 different axemen. You need to split up your battles, your sword skill to tell me how much you want to commit to each opponent.
Okay.
You wager that because remember each individual attack is that intersection of did you succeed?
Sure.
Did they succeed? That
So I've got him. So Sir Frade has a -5 because he's hungover,
Yes.
which would mean if I do 10-9, that becomes what 5-4.
Yeah, but you also have hatred of Saxons as a passion.
That's true. He is gonna dig deep because he is drunk and he's something, and he's
His
got
head is hurting him so bad, and he's gonna be
not the only thing.
I think Gareth's fine with it as is, but he's going to split 5-12.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you're gonna get +10, so a net
Okay.
of +5.
Net of +5 then. Oh, that's
Okay, cool. So
9-10. Or 10-9.
mounted Saxon 1 charging you has a +5 to this, so it's gonna be attacking 15. And let's say this is against Gareth. Gareth, one hits, 2 hits,
Okay.
and you tell me which ones you're splitting against, or we'll just see it in the roll. Cool. But they beat you, but you have your armor, and they beat
Okay.
you, so you have your armor.
Crap.
So you're going to get hit by 46, and they have axes, so you don't get the +6. It's going to change. So 1 for 17,
Take 7.
1 for 12, but no. You can only use your shield. Your shield gives you only 3 points of armor for the first one, and your second one gives you 4 points of armor. Axes break through shields,
Okay.
and their benefit is that rather than the flat 6 shield bonus, you get D6 shield bonus.
Okay.
So your first round for 17, your shield gives you, that's 15, so I think you take 2 points of damage.
Yep.
And then the second one is 12 points of damage, and your shield gives you 4, so that's 14, so it's nothing. None of that's higher than your dex, right?
My dexterity is 11.
Okay, so you actually make double horsemanship.
Success. Failure. So I get dumped on the second hit.
You do, for an additional d6.
But my armor absorbs
your armor absorbs it. Cool. All right, so you're dehorsed.
Crap.
All right. Wow. Next, let's just continue the battle here. So, Freyed, you're gonna hit twice. So 15, success, and a failure.
All right. So the first one for mine is.
How are you splitting it up?
So I'm splitting it. It'll be 14, 15.
Okay. You have 29.
19 plus the 10 is what.
Yep. That's.
I'm assuming that's.
Freyd's sword is pretty good.
Yeah. So here we go. It's the first one. Oh wait. Oops. So how do I get it to split when I roll it through the die roller?
I think you unfortunately can't.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. You got to do it manually.
Chad was asking about the hangover. Freyed boosted his passion, so it's actually a +5 to it.
Yeah, net +5. So that would have been versus a 15.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 14 was my first one, right? 14, 15.
Yeah.
That's a crit?
No.
No?
A crit would be you have to roll over 20.
Gotcha. All right.
Yes. You add 4 to it, so it's a 14. So it's a success. It's just at a 14. So you would be doing damage to this Saxon.
Yes. And then the second one. Yep. Well, the second one failed. So let's see.
Yeah, this is the one you want to succeed.
This is 14. Yeah.
Yeah. This is
nice. You do succeed.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah. 2 damages.
Sweet. All right. Roll over. First one. 18. 13.
Okay, they need to make their own horsemanship checks. Okay, so do 12. They stay on the horse, falls off the horse. So the one who fails gets totally bumbled, and so you're gonna do 16. You have 6, so you do 10 points of damage to them. They're okay, but they're just on the ground.
If I'm on horse, don't I roll horsemanship to avoid getting knocked off? I thought dex is if I'm on foot. I roll dexterity. Oops.
Yes, you should have rolled horsemanship.
My horsemanship is much better.
Yes, you are a knight. You are a Kimric knight. You better damn well stay on your goddamn horse. Your chainmail is a particular length because you're on a horse to protect your thighs and legs. It really sucks running around with it because it's like a dress, right?
Okay, got it. I nailed it.
There you go. So you stay on your horse. So you're not unhorsed. Okay, nice. Good. Important to know. This is also, I'm glad we're doing this a little bit of combat because it's been a little while and it's a good refresher. So awesome.
It is a good refresher.
Right. Okay, cool. So you stay on your horse, but you still took like 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
Overall. One of the Saxons gets dehorsed. The second one got, and managed to stay on the horse, but got hit for 18. That's 12 points of damage. They're not doing great. But that's not enough to do a major wound to them. So we continue. Second round. And the other battles going on as well.
Sure. There's 5 of them?
Yeah, there's 5 of them. So the other 2 are one-on-ones while you two are fighting off 2.
Yeah.
Again, they don't get the charge bonus this time, though, because that was the critical fumble from the battle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So they're only attacking at 10 score instead of 15.
I'm going to do 215 for splitting up. I'm going to hog on one.
It's very normal.
Focusing on the one who I wounded who's still horsed.
Sure.
And I'm not even gonna.
Well, when you fight the one that's not on a horseback, you get a +5 because of the differential.
I think maybe I'm more thinking like it's easier to kind of canter away from a footman, and the other one was, I think, hurt more.
Okay.
Instead of splitting my attacks.
That tracks. Okay, so Colin, you're going to succeed against.
Yep, I deal some damage on the first one, but I don't. I'm just taking it on the second.
That's a success.
Oh, that's a terrible roll.
12 is not going to do a lot of damage. It's only going to do 6 damage to the first one because their armor gets to eat it. And the second one, you do, you failed. While they succeeded.
Yeah, so I'm taking damage from the second one. Oof.
17. Horsemanship.
Yeah.
You're taking 5 points of damage, and then test horsemanship.
Good.
Okay, so you're staying on your horse. You're not at a major wound, are you? Probably not.
No.
No.
My major wound is
These Saxons, these Saxons must have something pretty damn good. They're fighting hard to not give it back to you.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. How much total damage did I take on that second hit?
You took 17, so and you failed, so you can't incorporate your shield.
Right. Okay. So I take 5. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Then we're doing against Jim.
Yeah. So Sir Afraid guys roll, and then 15 points of damage.
Yep, 15. Cool. So let's see. What was your number? 10?
Yeah. 10.
Okay, you beat them. You beat that one for 15, and this one, second one, fails.
Nice.
So you get for both of them, right? Yeah. So
I only attacked once. I went all in on the horseman.
Oh, and you rolled a 1. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, then you're lucky the second one whiffed as you attacked on the horse. So you're doing how much damage again? Where I saw 15?
Yeah, 15.
Cool. So they eat 6, so that's 9. Okay. First off, do they stay on the horse? No. So they're taking an extra d6.
These are not knights. These are Saxons on horses. Might as well put a sack of potatoes up there.
Yeah, they're not the best at horses. They're not like you. You all are smaller than them, but you know they're bigger boys. But you also are much better on horses. Okay, but they do remain conscious, so they're going to be around for the next round. But they're pretty wounded.
Yeah.
He probably calls out to his friends to be like, like leave me, as you all like get it back with the loot, but they don't hear him.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, a little more round. Let's probably do it.
Yes.
Let's do it again. Let's do focus on Gareth for this part.
Sure.
How are you splitting up your stuff?
Let's do 15 and 2 again. I don't trust my rolling enough to split it up smaller than that, I think.
Sure.
I'm not rolling great anyway. Okay.
You beat them, but they got a partial, and they got you with the second one too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go first.
Better damage than last time. 11 damage.
Nice. 11 total?
17 total, 11 after their armor.
Okay. Looking at their threshold. Ouch. Okay. Yep. They're getting. Okay. They managed to. Wow. They managed to stay on their horse. But they are major wounds. So against their con. Con is 14. They succeed. They're stilling up, but they're also getting bloodied. And then you're going to take 46.
Yeah.
18.
18. Yikes. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 6 damage total.
It's a pretty brutal fight.
Yeah, I'm at half health at this point.
No. Wait, though. Keep in mind, you're not getting the full 6 shield, though. Oh, you are. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Cool. So they're still staggering. Okay, let's keep going to Frayed. Attack 1 to you is a hit. Attack 2 is a fail. I shouldn't have rolled that until you told me how you split it up, but
I was gonna split it up, the 14, 15, but I'm curious if my horse can trample the wounded one.
yeah, if you want to do horsemanship as well.
Yeah.
But that gives -5 to your attacks because you have to like rail your horse and strike.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I give you -5 to both those attacks if you wanted to do that.
That brings me back to basically as if I had no bonus, so it's 10-9.
Yeah. It's fine with me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Cool. All right.
Especially seeing how pressed Sir Gareth is. All right. First one will be against the 9. Ooh. No good.
No good. No bueno.
All right. Not for that one. And then 10.
Oh no.
Okay.
Frayed.
Well, they also failed, but then give me the horsemanship. They do. Okay, so you do your horse damage to the guy on the ground.
Oh. Clomp.
Yeah, they're
clomp.
Okay. Yeah, you crush them. All right, so you crush the one on the ground.
Yeah.
Real well. But the other 2 are continuing to fight.
It's like bubble wrap for horses,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So one gets through to you for 46. 15, and you can protect with 5 of your 6 shield. So that should be. I think that's no damage, but I think you still need to make a dex check, or excuse me, a horseman. Yep. You crit it. Can you please check for Freyd's horsemanship?
Sure.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Just rooted in the body of the Saxon, not going anywhere.
Yeah. I love this
Christ.
miss and crit fumble exchange, but yeah.
All right. Cool. This has to be the this needs to be the last round before the intensity and people are gonna break up.
Yeah.
So, Gareth, fail and 1 success.
Fail and 1 success. Okay. I'm doing the same I did last time.
Yeah. They're all pretty wounded.
God, come on.
You fumbled.
Oof.
Oh, this is a bad round.
Okay. No, I think at that's the time where they're gonna 46 to you. 17. Only 2 of your shield goods can protect you for it.
So take another 5.
Do you? They're gonna try to use this opportunity to get out of here. Would you keep fighting at this point, or is this the opportunity to get them away? One of them's dead. One of the horses is there. One of the bags of supplies is there too. So it's like a minor victory, like a minor.
So
like a
I'm at
stalemate.
9 hit points,
Yeah.
but I've just sort of lost a fight with some Saxon dogs.
Yeah.
I wonder if my honor provokes me.
Good question.
I'm gonna touch my honor because
If they start running.
yeah.
I mean, if you're at 9 hit points, are you not major wounded?
Oh yeah, that last hit put me at major wounded. Didn't it?
Con.
Yep, it did.
Test
Okay.
con. Well, test horse and then test con. Because test horse is if you take additional d6.
Yeah.
Yep, additional d6.
Okay. This
Take additional 2. So
Probably
now
not.
all that extra damage you take, now you do against con. All right, you're unconscious.
Okay, cool. Choice
no
has been taken out of
testing
my
of honor.
hands.
Yeah, so no testing of honor. So that's when they will use this opportunity. Actually, I don't know. 'Cause
You
the
know
question is,
what?
do they take you? Yeah.
I mean, if Sir Freyd can act, he will.
This is
Yeah, he's gonna go and try to attack the one who just hit Sir Gareth.
off the horse.
His other opponent's on foot. He's not.
You're fighting 1-on-1 right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That works for me. So you're gonna go take on 3 guys.
Is he?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sir Freyd, I think Sir Freyd would.
16 in Valorous.
Sir Freyd is
That's
like
valor
the,
if you're
the
not sure.
token good
But
guy
no,
in
if
all
he's
this.
16, if he's 16, he's auto valored. Like he could just do it if he wants to.
Yeah, I think he would. Like, especially on a raid like this, he's like, what's he gonna do? Come back?
I mean, do you want to do?
Died while trying to raid Silchester.
Do you want to do another passion?
I've already got my.
You can do more than one passion.
I think that this
love
is
of Gareth.
right. Did he
No.
in fact? Yeah,
Loyalty of your lord is that you're not going to let that could totally happen, right?
I think loyalty.
Or
is
Salisbury kind of thing, right?
certainly. There you go.
All right.
You get additional +10.
Wow. Okay.
As you know, you're
This
like, I'm not like, think of this
hungover-
moment, right? This hungover ass like justice dude sees Gareth get knocked off his horse and just reels around on the corpse of that Saxon and just raises his sword high. It's like, for Salisbury, and like he runs over in front of and to protect his friend who just got downed.
Gareth
Gareth's
really
unconscious.
did show him a good time last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, he really did. This must have
Yeah.
been a life-changing moment for Fred. So
awesome.
I'm gonna split, and it's gonna be if I've got +20 to my roll, then that's gonna be a 20 and a 19.
Yeah.
My dudes.
Well, you're fighting 3 dudes.
Yes, 3 dudes. Okay, so let's do. Gosh. Let's do 15. Let's do 19, 15, 5.
Okay. 1955.
The 2 highest
They all
against
fail. So what do you?
Frayed is running rampant.
There you go. This is
First one.
It's-
Let's hit. No, this is against the 15.
it's
And this is going to be the 5.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Roll 3 sets of damages.
Jeez, Frayed, come on. 18.
All right, that one's fucking dead.
Oh
21
my
is fucking
god.
dead. Well, okay, this last one. Okay, so Sir Frayed literally kills 2 more of them, and then as the last one gets hit and like runs off with like the last sack as 4 Saxons lay dead. As you go help Gareth.
I like the idea like Gareth is like inspired by his honor and like kills all the Saxons and goes home with the loot and then wakes up staring up in the forest like bleeding and bruised. Oh, that last part didn't happen, did it?
Oh my god, that's amazing.
All right, do I need to make first aid or something for Gareth?
I think you took a major wound. I think you need surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you take a major wound, surgery is needed.
All right.
You can try to do first aid.
Just to keep him from dying.
Yeah, you want to test first aid.
I'm not in danger of dying is the
Yes.
good news. Right. I'm still at positive 9 hit
Okay.
points.
Right.
It's just
Gotcha.
I will be at a detriment until I get this
Certainly. He's like Erwin was last time, just
Yeah.
KO'd.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not if he finds that he's unconscious, he'll we gotta head back.
Yeah. I mean, there's 4 Libram worth of like just doodads and shit. Think of like religious iconography, like a golden crucifix. A little bit of like some kind of like coral like jewelry. Right.
Yeah,
Not
for
really
horses,
like money. But yeah. So are you giving him first aid, or are you just gonna like bound him up and he's gonna ride in the back of your horse as you head out?
Mostly, I don't want to screw it up because
Yeah.
he might not. He goes over. Oh, he's not dead.
Well,
I don't.
Well, I think maybe what would be cool, if you don't mind. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
maybe
sure.
like the closest manor. Let's just say, for the sake of it, the closest manor is Cholderton,
Right? Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so they come to Cholderton.
All right. Let's do it.
Frayed rolls in with
beat up.
a bloodied Gareth again. This happened last year.
Can you make a unconscious battle check for me?
Battle check, yeah.
Yeah, this is the results for the other 2 nights, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, they're okay. They're
fine.
battered up, but they're okay. Cool. Actually, let's see. Actually, for what it's worth, they should test. Yes, okay, they are battered up as a partial success. If they would have, so yeah. Okay. So everyone's battered and bruised as they come over to you. What do we have a first aid skill or a chirurgery skill for Colin? Because typically a steward's the one who has the chirurgery skills.
I don't know that they've been made as a character yet. I haven't rolled up or anything.
No, I haven't rolled any. Okay, just roll a d20 for me.
Let's see where it's at.
Okay.
Oh.
They have a 17 in chirurgery.
Hey, there we go.
Nice.
So good. So Coleman's gonna go stitch up Gareth, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. So go roll a skill under 17 for.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then you're just gonna go on the aging table again, our everyone's favorite aging table. So 2d6. A 6, I think, is no stat loss.
Nice.
I think so. Yeah.
But you're going to take some time to recover here, Gareth.
Yep.
You only recover at your recovery rate at the end of every Sunday. And so you're going to have to... Cool. So you're going to show up to Easter all fucking wounded.
My healing rate is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This is... Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is literally fucking Hamilton. Fucking... Oh my god, it's Saratoga. Or not Saratoga. Saratoga? Charles Lee. Anyways.
Oh, the Battle of
Monmouth. No,
Monmouth.
not Monmouth. Yeah, I guess Monmouth.
That's
Monmouth.
attack retreat.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
shit the battle.
Right. Yes. Okay. Cool. So that's gonna be the scene with the Earl. That's really good shit. Okay. Anyways, so we're gonna be recovering then, moving it along because that took longer than I thought it was gonna be. We're gonna do the Winchester Feast.
Boom.
Right. Welcome everybody. So the king has declared the feast is going to be held in Winchester, right, between Silchester and Salisbury. By the way, if you wanted to, you could totally check Selfish if you think you would request road taxes from all of the various merchants and folks coming in town, and give yourself a little bit extra librum.
Absolutely.
There's a huge influx of people. I haven't really pictured this, or I haven't really had time to describe this for you, but like Salisbury's like a nice, small, like not like Hobbiton, but you know, there's not too many people around. When the king's retinue and folks come by, it like triples the size of Salisbury, right? It's a huge group of people. People from all over England come to follow King Uther's band here. So similarly, though, due to the huge influx of people and goods, if there's anything in the book that you wanted to buy, it's 10% off, just because there's so many people and things are buzzing around for spring, right?
Yes, I'm gonna make note because I still need to replace. I replaced one of my Roncies last year, and this year I'm gonna replace my other Roncy that died.
Get your horses. This baby can go 500 miles.
Horses. So
I know that Erwin wanted to buy Sir Gareth a present, and so that is what he's on the lookout for. He wants a nice scabbard, something.
A new shield would also help.
Maybe after the last one, he would get him a new shield.
Yeah, no,
I haven't actually look at the prices yet, but something like that.
I mean, honestly, like normally your new shield gets replaced with like that's what your 4 librum expenses helps cover, right? But yeah, like your shield literally has been chopped to pieces. It's firewood at this point, right? But yeah, finding a nice scabbard would be totally something that would be sold around here, right? I don't know how much that would be offhand, but it's not really that important right now. We'll deal with it this week, okay?
Yeah,
right. So anyways, let's get ready to do some feasting.
Yes, love the feasting.
Me too.
I think so far, it's my. I would have thought that the manor building was my favorite.
Yeah.
The feasting mini game is my favorite right now.
All right. Everyone's favorite. Roll appearance.
All right.
I'm gonna spend some of my dosh.
Yeah, this is.
You can also fashion to get a bonus to it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna spend. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 for jewelry.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm spending 2 this year.
Makes sense. Cool. So now we're gonna figure out where you are placed at the feast.
I can't roll fashion because I have a 0.
I've got a 1.
Yeah.
So just appearance then. Wonderful.
For every 1 you spent, it's a 1
bonus.
Plus 1 to your appearance. Yeah. Okay. So I succeed. So I'm above the salt.
No, you're near the salt.
Near the salt. Sorry.
Oh, the salt's different.
Ooh.
Oh, you fail. So you're below the salt.
He does. Yeah, he's got that wicked facial scars.
Oof, not you. No red carpet
yeah.
for you, buddy.
He's
So no. Remember, this just helps. So if you go above the salt, you get +2 geniality, but you can't draw cards. Near the salt gets you +1 geniality. You can draw cards. Below the salt gets no geniality, but you can draw cards. And remember, it's 10 glory per bit of geniality, which also accumulates to social skills.
Mhm.
So flirt, drink, card. What do y'all want to do? It's a 4-round feast.
I'm gonna go for card this time around.
Yeah, let's
you
start
take
with
the
a
lead this
card.
time. You lead the dance here.
He's with the. I guess yeah, he's below the salt, but Erwin's with the.
Cold meat
I guess-
slices and ginger.
Nice. Let's draw a card.
I still need to load up the red wall feast generator into this thing. I've been too busy working on the other parts of this game.
These
Um,
are
so-
never turnip tater and
If I remember, if we have 2K honor, almost threw everything on my desk.
Oh, you
We have
draw
2K
multiple cards.
honor. Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember if it was that.
There's a feast handout and feast procedure. You are respected, so you draw 2 cards.
Nice. Let's see.
And you can
Do
choose
you
to play
only
them if you
keep
want.
one, or is it you play both?
You know what? I didn't look it up. I think you get to keep them, and I think you can choose to play them if you want, or discard them.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here what we
So
got.
here's the first one. Great deeds. Oh, that's awesome. For you.
Let's see.
And the second one's minstrels sing. Oh boy, so you... Oh, I bet you people want to hear your story of telling about Excalibur.
Oh yeah.
But you have a 16 in modesty, so like, you want to do that?
That's right. Yeah, Modest
I
versus Proud.
I think because you're 16, you can auto pass modest if you want here, right?
Yeah.
You're refrained for your modesty, so you can just say that, or when just say like, no. I mean, it's not that great of a story,
Sure. Yeah.
and just auto succeed that if you wanted to.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, that's what he'll do, and he'll. Yeah, really, it's not that. And great. And then he, the dreamlike quality, the mirror finish of the lake, the power of Merlin's glamour. Yeah. And he mentions that Gareth was there as well. He's always includes everybody.
Garrett, you want
Gareth
to
is there as well. The camera pans like 50 feet away at the other end of the table.
Yeah, you're all bandaged up. You don't look great.
Yeah. Just a wink.
I think
And are you going to play the instrument, or no?
Ooh, oh, okay. So I can do both then. Let's see. I guess we what 2 jail, and then I don't think that I am particularly good at an instrument. I am more of a singer.
Sure.
But I don't think.
Hey, the minstrels play a rousing song, and you feel like joining in. So it's
Sure.
a nice Easter tune.
Yeah. He's inspired. Having a great time. Better than last year. All right. Yeah. He'll pass.
Show
on
us your.
me.
Okay, you're gonna pass. You're not gonna show us your moves.
I've got a 3 in
Okay.
play.
All right, fair enough. Cool. Colin,
drawing a
what does
card.
Garrett do? Draw 1 card.
Draw 1 card.
Look at this sub 2000 glory scrub over here.
Yeah, look at me.
Great
What do I
deeds.
got here? Great. Oh, the
Also
same
great
thing.
deeds. Oh, that's awesome.
Um,
It's literally like they go over to you.
Yeah,
This deck has like 100 and something cards, so like the fact that you got the
I
same
am-
card is freaking
I am
hilarious.
much less likely
gonna
to
shuffle it just in case.
succeed. I'm much less likely to succeed at my modest.
So this is actually modest versus proud. Which one wins?
Yeah. So let's see. Where's the
That's so funny.
Awesome.
modest? Is that?
Oh my god. Your modesty wins.
Okay. Yeah.
So again, you talk people down. Is it right? Is that what it looks like?
You know what? Gareth is sitting there. I think his shield arm is all bandaged up. Like the Saxon axes like got through, and his arm has been broken, and he's like it's bandaged up. He's not in the mood to talk about fighting right now. He's got some cold ginger meats, and he's just like, what occurs in one man's dream may make poor tale to another, lacking as it does the substance, the full weight and pitch of having been there. Suffice to say, Merlin is all you might imagine him to be and more. I, in that moment, felt so much less than I am.
The clamors of Catfit Twitch. So modest.
So modest
yeah.
/ embarrassed.
Cool. Also, I forgot to mention, obviously, the honorary guests of this feast are Prince Madoc, Praetor Siagrius is here, right? And the rest of the Logris and Lindsay Night Kingdoms are here. Missing though. Anyone want to guess?
I'm gonna guess it's Cornwall.
Yep, Cornwall.
Duke of
Cornwall. Cornwall sleeping again.
He is sleeping. Is he alive? Are we gonna find out he's been dead for years and like
Right.
has been weekend at Bernie's for the last couple appearances?
Uther mentions actually kind of something to that effect, right? Uther orders that this year half of his knights are going to be helping his honored guest Praetor Siagrius reclaim parts of the Franklin.
Oh.
I want to get in on
Siagrius
that.
says, "Go."
Yeah. Go.
Trying to correct him, but so they're going to be accompanying Prince Madoc to France.
Nice.
That's going to
Well,
be
last time I went with Prince Madoc, it ended so well.
super nice, right? So, anyways, that is going to be the summer adventure that we're not doing yet today, but for next session. But just so you know, cool. So, good stuff. I think a cutscene before the next round of the feasts. I think Earl Roderick wants to grab some time of you, Gareth, and says, "Meet me inside." Right? No,
Not
but
your son.
he does ask you to talk to him privately.
Sure, Gareth. We'll limp over.
Right. So he takes you to a quiet part of the castle in Sarum, or excuse me. I guess it's not. They're not in Sarum. They're in Windsor or Winchester. Winchester Castle. All right. Well, anyways, he just get out of here, people, and he gets a private room with you.
Smoking a
right?
cigarette outside.
Yeah. And he tells you enter the pride of Gunnet, and I guess I kind of have a little little limerick ready for you, and it says, my advisors squabble on and on like peasantry, so if it's all the same to you, let us dispense with the pleasantry. You stood to gain with Elaine, when she could have gone to a knight with higher glory, but I abstained to deliver the moral of the story. Salisbury Courts chokes on her fair share of royalty, for what she needs to succeed is a new breed, new stock of loyalty. And basically he's like, I know I could have given Elaine to anyone, someone more worthy than you, but I recognize a hunger. I recognize I was like you when you were younger. And I need someone new on my team. You're the next generation of knights, I need you to rise up, and you're a man of honor, right? You are one of the most honorable knights in all of Salisbury.
Don't disagree with you, my lord.
If I am wrong, you're a goner.
I was handed nothing, my lord, but what scraps my father had not forgotten to throw away. So, if I leave this world empty, at the very least, my children shall have what I inherited. I wish they will inherit more, much more. But I will not act in fear or cowardice of losing what I have gained so far.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Salisbury is not as great as I was led on to appear. Saxons continue to breed like rabbits and press us and harry us at our southern borders. Sir Blaine's plots and raids to the northeast, and now I'm getting disturbing reports of a blood feud brooding on my east side between two knights. I've told them not to come here, but I need you. That's when he tells you it's Sir Glessig it's Sir Glessig the Pious, and
My uncle?
No, it's a different Glessig.
Okay.
And Sir Marjorie.
Oh, wait, Glessig is also the name of Erwin's
Glessigs.
former wife and my daughter.
Yeah, a lot of Glessigs.
A lot of Glessigs.
Right.
Okay.
This Glessig is this Glessig. Oh, that's your baby. Where's Glessig? Glessig the Pious is of Imber, and Sir Marjorie is of West Lavington. They're neighboring on the west side, west borders.
I see. Okay.
And he tells you Uther's probably going to send what other knights he doesn't have with that are going with Maddock are going to probably be paying a visit to see what's going on with Cornwall. Which, if things turn ugly, that's going to be on our battlefield on our west side, and I can't be having my knights and those manors be at each other's throats. We need to be on the same side.
What do you ask of me, my lord?
Find out what this feud's about. Report back to me. Fix it if you can, but
I shall settle it.
I'm sure one of those knights will die, as honor will demand a duel, but it needs to stop there. Whatever it is, it needs to stop there, and I'm afraid it won't. This is your chance to prove yourselves to me. This is something I should be handling personally, but with Sir Blaine's and everything else, I need you to step up.
Am I going with your mark, my lord? With your official banner, or?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a big deal.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly. He's telling he's basically appointing you to basically serve as a adjunct to the hand of the king, basically.
Okay, yeah. I at first I thought it was like I was going to be troubleshooting, but no, this is fuck. Okay, no pressure.
You're serving in the Earl's stead. He tells you that, like, as a cop out, if you need to, you can just report back to me instead.
Right. That's if Gareth doesn't think that far ahead.
I know. I'm just letting you know that that's what's going on.
Gareth drives his manors like stolen cars. All right.
Yeah, right. So anyways, that's a little cutscene before we go back to the feast. Unless there's anything else you wanted to ask him.
You know what? Not pass an opportunity. Like, yes, Colin is aware that I'm definitely getting something out of this, but Gareth is kind of greedy. Gonna ask what the Earl thinks of Bra the Bastard. My sibling, who's not official, and
I don't even know who that
sort
is.
of looking. It's like, well, we talked about him before Mirkwood Creek. Never mind, it's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't have time for this.
Yeah, then Gareth simply going to say,
do this for me, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, Gareth was going to say, I look forward to telling you about Bra when I return successfully.
Good.
Boom.
Cool. All right. So before you go gallivanting with Maddock, you're going to need to solve this problem.
Right.
Let's do some feasts.
Yes.
For those things, I believe those cards were worth 2. The cards that I deleted, so that sucks. But you should have 2 geniality. I deleted those cards like an idiot, but you should keep them.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Like I marked it.
But they're worth 2 geniality. Okay.
And I have an extra one for the 1 per turn.
Cool. Oh yes, you do. There you go. All right, Erwin, to you. Feast. More feast time.
See what we got here. First one, a helping hand. And the next one.
Oh, cool. Serving. Okay, be valorous. Oh, nice.
So let's see. Helping hand. Asks for assistance in taking care of a drunken knight.
Generous or selfish?
Let's see. Ooh, all right. Let's see how this goes. So roll them both. See which one wins.
Yep. And I need to roll.
I don't think. Here we go. Generous. Here we go. Selfish. Oh,
You crit your selfish.
I crit my selfish and failed my generous.
Oh my gosh.
So check selfish.
It already was. Because I taxed the roads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. You decline. The knight embarrasses himself and drunkenly blames the servant girl. Awesome.
Do you specifically embarrass the drunk knight? You crit failed selfish?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
You let him like fall like in front of you?
Yeah, maybe something like that. He's got these new
Bradwin.
digs. Yeah.
Sir Bradwin of Tisbury.
He didn't even see the serving girl.
Dunked on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's all the way on the other side of the
Yeah,
county.
you're busy.
It's like,
That makes sense to me. That tracks.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
got dunked on.
Oof. Erwin, what has happened to you?
So I was rolling randomly against the table of all the available knights that could be drunk at this moment, and to see if they were an existing knight or a new one. And I rolled a new knight, so I'm gonna add Bradwin here.
Hey, Bradwin. All right.
Let me know their heraldry, and I'll make a shield for them.
You gotta wait.
And so then the second one is be valorous. A group of knights speak of bravery versus foolish recklessness. And so I've got 16 valor.
That seems pretty good.
Is that
so that can be an auto pass, because you're just known for your valor.
Sure.
So +1 geniality.
Nice.
Maximum geniality even below the salt. Look at you.
Look at that. Yeah.
So
He's over there. He's maybe he's like sitting there. You know, he's with the new some of the newer knights. Some of the
Sitting with the freshmen.
The helping hand doesn't means you don't even. I was reading it. The knight doesn't even blame you. That's awesome.
Yeah. I just don't get this sweet 5 glory 2 geniality here.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Everyone's having a great time compared to last Christmas. This is a great one.
right when you're looking for Merlin. Jeez.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
Would it be? I drew a card, but would it be like my turn to go talk to Sir Erwin about where Lady Great is? Okay.
No, you can
think-
totally do that.
Yeah. I think, Gareth's gonna go over, check in with Erwin below the salt, and be like, I must confess and unburden myself to you, my friend.
Oh, that is why I'm here.
In my convalescence, I had entirely neglected the conversation I had with none other than Sir Freyd.
Oh.
It was about a woman you both loved.
Great.
Seems that she wears the cuckold's horns in an abbey right now. Convent.
Oh. And he... When?
Some small time ago. Not.
I always knew it.
You always knew it.
I always knew
He
it.
saved my life.
He's a skilled swordsman.
He
Honorable.
was a very skilled swordsman, yes.
I made you play your rival. That's funny.
I know. So I heard.
I tell you this because I have no fears from you, Sir Owen, that you might do something that I would do and run off to a convent despite your perfectly serviceable wife.
Yes. I don't think that there's anything to worry about. But I'm glad she's... Yes.
If you were struck with such a passion, Erwin, look no further for a riding companion.
I'll keep that in mind. And refill Gareth's cup.
Something to remember about this moment when your priest friend Tathan was talking to you about God and providing things. Did he know? Did he know about this?
That's a good point.
And he says wants to help any way he can.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. That's there.
I got you. Yeah. Sometimes Erwin's dense. It takes a long time to things to sink in.
So, test of strength.
Test of strength, yeah. Someone's gonna arm wrestle me now.
Oh, we saw this already.
Yeah, and
if you want to, you could test to avoid this because you're injured and be like,
no,
I'm
not a
good.
chance.
Okay, yeah, all right.
This is Sir Gareth we're talking about.
Why am I trying?
I've got one arm in a sling. I'm like, all right, come on then.
Hell yeah!
and
Let me roll another D50 to see who it is.
You know what's funny is my strength went
night.
down from last time we did this because I got the chest wound that took down my constitution and my strength. So
you're doing just as well.
Oh,
another new knight, Kibno, but this one's I don't think of Kibno of Ember. I'm gonna roll a D20 to see what their strength is. Okay. Yeah, I got a 7 strength, so let's see what happens. Oh my god, they still win!
Oh my god.
You get beat! You get beat by a weakling!
Is this a joke? Like somebody come up and be like, "Go."
This person's also an amazing dancer. They have an 18 in
Oh my
dancing.
god.
There's just like some Lindsay knight just totally just comes over to you, just pirouettes away.
It's, you know what, Erwin, laugh it up, because that card's coming right to you.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
coming right back.
You're next. You're next.
It's right
That's
back.
so
Oh,
Put
funny.
that card right there.
I had
you
my-
lose.
Do you not remember the dance last year?
Oh my god. So you lose one geniality passing the
I
card.
do lose one geniality, yeah.
All right, same thing to you. You want to beat the dancer?
Oh, yeah, it is me. You know what, Sir Erwin,
They
I
fumbled it.
do believe.
Okay. I mean,
Let's see, is there a passion I can call upon? I think, nah, this is
love of your
this is
lord,
not a
maybe?
passion. He,
Erwin has 1,000-yard stare after being told that Lady Great is in the convent, and just like fucking wrecks the guy's arm.
oh, is it okay? This is not the dance. This is the I don't
Yeah,
know why.
so-
I don't know why I was about to roll dance. All right, here we go.
no, it's the strength.
He wanted to dance fight like
Yeah, he wanted
West
to
Side
dance.
Story. It
I
was-
do want to call upon a passion. I think yes. Let's do loyalty.
All right. Well, hold
Wait.
on. This
No,
one.
wait,
Wait,
no.
we,
Never mind. Yeah,
You-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, remember, while calling on passions on things that aren't important.
Well, that's what got me last time.
This is
Right.
important. Then, by saying that, this person,
Yeah.
ruining Gareth, and ruining
That's true.
and yeah, okay. And,
Yeah, that's true.
And then this is
Yeah. All right. So is that loyalty to? Ooh,
I mean,
is
it's
that
loyalty
my-
to the Lord. No, it's. I mean, it's not. You're doing it for Roderick.
Yeah.
Well, there's also loyalty Gareth.
Yeah,
We
you have.
had the-
You
we
do
did
have.
the
Yeah.
We have loyalty
oaths
to
to one
Gareth.
another.
And all right, this is the first one for the Lord. See how that goes.
Yep. You got it.
All right. And do we want to try loyalty to
You're-
Gareth?
You already have a +10 now.
I think he's just my loyalty to Gareth is. I don't know. Does that detract every?
It doesn't atrophy. I was wrong. It's just when you play against it, it's
Gotcha.
the risk of going down.
All right. Well, this gives me a +10 to my 13. So
All right.
Nice.
here
I'm
we
not
go.
sure you
Gonna
can call
just-
passions on attribute checks, but you know what? I'm here for it.
Sure.
That's fine.
Just
Oh,
crushed
cool.
You
his
crush
arm.
him. Yeah.
His bones are now powder.
Yeah.
Come on,
His jelly arm just flapping away.
Lindsay Knights.
You Salisbury Knights are made of sterner stuff. He dances away.
Yeah, and Gareth's like, yes, when you choose someone who's not in a fucking sling.
Right. Oh, that's so good.
I think he's gonna joke dance after him because I want to see if I can send him on his way with a little. And I got a 6. Am I gonna
You
get?
gain 2 glory, by the way.
Okay, sweet.
You
Am I going to get?
You're passionate for dancing.
National.
Yeah,
All right,
for sure.
let's do this. Oh, the hubris.
Okay, so you
Oh,
fumbled while
Jesus.
passioned. So this is important.
The second.
Okay, for the second time. So
Mm-mm.
you immediately age. This is
Yeah.
called shock.
Wait, so you rolled loyalty lord, right?
Yeah.
This was this was another one with a loyalty. This is the
Earl-
second time this is happened at a feast.
Yeah.
Earl Roderick calls you out personally.
Probably, yeah. He
It's
was making a
like-
fool, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's like-
showboating.
No running.
Yeah, no running around the pool. Like Earl Roderick in front of everyone,
Yeah.
He's up. Yeah, he's like up on
and
the
you
gold.
immediately go gray.
He's
Right,
up,
yeah.
He's up on the golden table, shirtless, with a whistle.
Too much time with, below salt, household
Yeah.
nights. He's forgotten how to act like a
Behave.
memorial. Yeah.
Lifeguard Roderick.
All right, so what do we got? That's D6 on the table.
Yeah.
Oof. Erwin.
26, no.
Erwin the Modest, everybody. Erwin the Modest.
Boom. 6.
It's 2d6, so roll another one.
Oh yeah, this is what happened last time.
Oh,
That's really bad.
Is
that's
it?
real bad.
Oh, I
That's
thought that
fucking
was.
bad.
Oh,
That's
the-
like 4
that's-
rolls, my friend.
Oh no, which one? I thought the 6 was. Don't take anything.
No, you have to roll 2d6.
Oh,
And if you
2d6,
get
yeah.
a 6 or 8 of the result from the sum of the 2 to 6, but instead you got as far on the tail as possible. So you,
That's right,
I think
okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Yeah, it seems like it. This is a bad one for him.
the aging tables. Here it is.
You just get
it's 4.
chewed out
So roll
by
46
Roderick
for
for
me.
like a
Roll
half hour.
Roll
Yeah,
46 for me.
Easily. Here we go. Man.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Oh, that's I don't 2 minutes.
So you Dex goes down by 1, Strength goes down by 1, App goes down by 1, and then no loss.
Sweet. All right.
Jeez.
He's like, yeah,
Oh
he's
my
just
God.
so dejected as he comes back.
Yeah.
You let yourself go.
Yeah, he's really just kind
also,
of feeling.
check pride or check vengeful.
Ooh.
Depends on how you feel like, because it wasn't enough for you to win in this moment. You had to chase him down. And is that pride or is that
That's
vengeful?
cruel. That's
Yeah,
cruel.
no, I do think it is.
I don't think it's cruel. Cruel in this game is like killing people and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
I can see vengeful.
yeah, it's
Or-
retaliatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, check vengeful for that too.
Erwin's burying some stuff over here.
Yeah,
Erwin
Damn,
needs to
Erwin.
talk to someone.
yeah.
It's just such a shame that Gareth isn't that someone.
That's awesome.
Time wise, do we want to continue the feast or should we
I think Erwin would leave. I think after getting chewed out, like after 2 feasts in a row. Mhm.
make a courtesy check? You're technically
Yeah.
still inspired.
Oh, that's true. I am. He can't just leave. He's really chafing over here. Where is my courtesy? Is that? I mean, is that hospitality? No.
It's a skill, is it?
I was not.
Yeah.
So I think well you would have critted it if you weren't inspired.
Sure.
But you
Right.
succeed, so you
But
can
you-
disentangle yourself.
Yeah,
Sure.
you do. So you leave gracefully without costing you any honor or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right. So I think what happens here is I think Earl Roderick does really like we see that scene like he does call you out on that and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know. So Erwin the Modest, I believe some good fresh air would be quite agreeable to you. Don't you agree?
Like it just snaps him like a bucket
Yeah.
of cold water, and he, of course.
Right. And yeah. Cool.
For Roderick's part, right? He has this tension in his west, and he's like, I don't need another fucking blood feud.
No.
I don't need this.
Certainly.
He's like, you know, he needs knights, not children. Right. So cool. Good shit.
Choice.
Awesome. And that would be the feast.
Yeah.
Let's do
So
the
I still somehow you still I think got more geniality than me.
right. I think because of those cards.
Yeah.
You got 3 geniality, and you got 5.
I would have gotten 1 for this final round.
Right. Okay. So
So
you got 4. So it's 40 and 50.
Okay.
Because I was replacing the cards glory with that.
And then I got some glory from the cards as well.
Right. So mark that down. I think it's like 5 glory. The modesty check gives you 5 glory.
Mm-hmm. Well, there were 2 results on it, and I guess there was a 5 and a 10.
Yep.
It wasn't clear which was
Helping hand gives you 5 if you won the generous, but I don't think you did.
You didn't.
Test
No.
of strength. If you win, you gain 2 glory. So
That was
you
all.
gain 2 glory for the test of strength.
Great Deeds was the other one too.
Good
All right,
shit. That was so cool.
That was cool. That's great. Yeah,
I love
Erwin,
this game.
man, it's great. It's like you're not even. It's like you're playing a character, but you're also like, so you're more massaging it as it careens down a narrative.
You're piloting. It's more like piloting a spaceship.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Or like that
Yeah.
ride at Six Flags where they just strap you in and it goes down the tube and you just don't ever. There's no safety, anything. I don't know.
What Six Flags did you go to?
One in Arlington. You know.
They just strap you into something, shove you in a tube. That doesn't sound like a real thing.
Sounds like a
bob-
prison.
It's like what is it? Like the bobsled from the Winter Olympics, but it's in the middle of Texas, so it's not really ice.
Yeah.
And there's no rail or track or anything. It just shoots down. It's really awesome.
Oh my god.
That's awesome and terrifying.
It really
That's
is.
why I love it.
Okay. Well, good shit then.
Uh,
All right, let's handle this feud situation.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you appoint Erwin to come with you?
Actually, yes, that is something he would do. Because Gareth, for all of his kind of frenetic not thinking about things, he knows that Erwin does, and like that's why it works. So he's gonna be like, my instinct will just to hand them weapons, but I think there might be some nuance necessary here, Erwin. Come with me.
Oh yeah. So
Certainly.
I'm drawing in yellow on the map here. These are the two manors in question. So you have to go all the right. You have to ride up past Till's Head and head out over here. These. So what's happened? As you sort of are getting more prepared, what finds out is that here's the story as you know it so far. Sir Glessig the Pious has declared a blood feud with her neighbor Sir Marjorie. Sir Glessig the Pious is a very spiritual knight, very Roman Christian, and Sir Marjorie is a very spiritual knight, but very pagan. Duels of honor are one thing, but blood feuds can literally turn an entire county upside down. So you need to the Earl is trusting you to figure out what the hell's going on and solve it if possible. If you can't or you're not sure, you can feel free to report back to the Earl, but we laughed at that response. Okay? So what's going to happen here is that you're going to be going to West Lavington Manor, where a slaying is taking place. So this spring, upon a visit to West Lavington, a lowborn companion of Sir Glessig named Defi was slain during the night, during the stay at with Sir Marjorie, violating the rules of hospitality. Sir Glessig and Edith, the squire of Sir Glessig, have accused Sir Marjorie of murder for killing him. Now, obviously, he's a commoner, but and that's typically it's like fine, whatever, just pay me or whatever. But the fact that this happened under their watch in their manor as hospitality, they're like, what the hell are you doing? So Sir Marjorie, that they believe that this was put on, maybe even a ritual put on for devil worshipping. Sir Marjorie does admit to killing the lowborn companion, but defends that she did it justly and did not kill without provocation. However, when pushed to explain further, she has refused. So a trial by combat has been set up. She says, don't let this fucking handle it. So she's tight-lipped. So you're going to West Lavington to figure out what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's certain people to talk to there. So there's some notable people I'd bring up. You could talk to, obviously, Sir Glessig, the Pious. You could talk to their squire, Edith. You can't talk to Defi, because they're dead. You can talk to Sir Marjorie. You can talk to their steward, Melangel, or you can talk to another knight who lives at the manor or staying this winter with them, named Sir Lilo, who's a mercenary knight. Additionally, they have a squire, a fade. Squires tend to be people's seconds, so they might be worth as well. However, the druid Colin of West Lavington is also available to speak to.
Okay, so my first thought is I want to get the more out of what's her name of West Lavington.
Sure.
And
Marjorie.
We do have Marjorie, yeah. One, she killed some dude that needed killing. That sounds like someone that Gareth will get along with. So I'm going to suggest that I talk to Sir Marjorie, and you talk to either the steward or that mercenary knight, because either of them might have more context for what's happening in there.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm going to try and pull on is my supernatural experiences. If they're pagan, they have a more of a respect for that kind of thing. And if there was I want to level with them, be like, look, I'm not just the Earl's man, right? Yes, I was sent here as the Earl's man, but I know what you folks are into. I've seen it, and it's not murdering someone in a house. It usually has a lot more sparkles than that. So I don't think that's what happened, but we need to get on the same page.
First off, make sure this isn't devil worship, right? Let's go start there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Are there if the someone died, and so it all hinges on whether or not it's a legal
Yeah.
Legal.
In terms of wagering passions, honor, I have been appointed to execute this duty. I feel like if I fuck this up, it fucks up so much more of my life and reputation as
no, it's a matter of honor. If you fail, you're a goner. It rhymed for a reason.
He's fucking for a reason.
He would not have anything to do with you. Like he's like, this was a huge mistake, and that you'll just trash.
That's how Gareth
you would feel. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I succeed.
Your best bet would be to die in combat and have your kid grow up and be.
I think this is the opposite Gareth
that's the retirement
saw when going on the raid. On the raid, it was like the boisterous bro, just like, let's go.
Yeah.
But
shots,
this is like
this is
wearing a clean tunic and like wearing the badge of office that I got for this, like
the little pin. Yeah.
Serious time. Serious Gareth. He actually wrote things down, like took notes, and he doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Who is this man?
Okay, so you call on them, and so Sir Marjorie is going to admit to you that I did indeed salute Defi in Mihal. I admit to it. But the gods will still prove me just. But you speak to you come here in service of the Earl. I see that he has deputized you, so I will speak to you on such a matter. What do you need to know?
I would hear it. I need to know why you killed him. That a man might deserve death is a truth that you can know in your heart, but I cannot see in your heart, Marjorie. I can see only what I see. I can hear only what you tell me. So what would you tell me to justify the death of this man?
I won't tell you the contents or the reason specifically, other than it was over extortion.
Over extortion?
Yes. The common born tried to extort us. Is that sufficient?
Gareth is fighting every instinct of, well, you gave an answer, let's move on with this. And it's like, no, Gareth, focus. There are many things which someone might be extorted over, Marjorie. One might be extorted as the lord of this manor. One might be extorted sexually. One may be extorted financially. One may be extorted on behalf of a family member or a friend. And these are all different manners of extortion, and all of them deserving different results than perhaps death.
Trust, it was financial.
Financial is the worst reason.
Very curt, yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst reason to kill someone. I've killed people for a lot of things, Marjorie. Money is the most boring reason.
She has a wry smile when you say that, but she doesn't really have anything else to add. She's deliberately hiding things from you.
Yeah. Gareth doesn't like this.
If you want to test maybe like trusting or like I'm not sure what would it be with where you're passionate here. Because the thing is, like, this game isn't like an investigation game.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm like not trying to make you like get the clue. I'm always going to determine what it costs to get the clue. Right?
Yeah, I think for this, I am.
You're trying to like. I'm just like you. You're trying to relate to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I condemning them or trying to like empathize with them?
Right.
I think that's the difference. Is like.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll give you this then, and this will help influence your decision. You can tell that she's primarily motivated about repercussions of what would come out.
Right. Oh, is she protecting someone?
It's possible.
That's got to be it. Yeah.
You can tell she's being guarded, and I'm giving you that it's over the fact that she's afraid. She's afraid of the consequences.
Okay. Then I would like to test merciful or versus cruel.
Okay. So while she does have like numerous like I'm not even sure what you would call them, like things around, but like kind of like witchy kind of stuff. Only that's because that's like a misnomer, because that's what we would call it like commercially. I don't know the type of things you would call for like a dream, like in terms of like pagan artifacts and things like that around. But like as someone would keep a crucifix in their house and stuff like that, like think of the completely analog
Fetishes,
stuff here.
totems, yeah.
Right? Totems, fetishes, yeah, all the types of stuff, carvings and stuff. Like she's clearly very very faithful in what it is. I just don't know the terminology. So
Okay, yeah. So if you're saying what is the cost of finding this out, I would like to test merciful versus cruel in terms of like how much respect and empathy I'm extending towards her
yeah.
versus just pressing her until I get a fucking answer.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You critically fumble. You're merciful.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's not great.
Yeah. So Gareth
But you
goes
do fail
forward.
at you do fail at your cruelty though.
Yeah. So it's a fail versus a fumble.
Right. So I think then the answer is that she will. It's not that she shuts you down.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I think the answer is that. I mean, like the answer is that you temporarily won't get it from her. You have to ask someone else. It's like the one in my head that wants to go here. But part of me thinks because of time and stuff like that, I should give you more.
Sure.
Right?
Maybe I just check. Not check. Reduce merciful or something.
Yeah, I think you can succeed, but yeah, drop merciful by 1, and then it will act like a success. I think that's the cost.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Oh Jesus, Gareth is a cruel motherfucker right now. I've got 13 in cruel.
You were the
at
law.
this point. Yeah, I'm Judge Dredd. I'm just like that's a boring reason to kill someone. It's not even a good reason. Extortion relies on predicate of law, which you have not considered. You acted impudently. Ugh, disgusting. Honestly.
Yeah. She keeps it tight-lipped when you say like acting impudently, and she says, "I've only acted in accordance to the tenets of my faith."
Well,
I mean,
how far that faith has brought you.
What would you do if someone extorted the person you love?
If someone extorted me
in your house, would you not cut them down?
Depends on how much I had in my treasury. They're extorting me as over shame. If it's truly a shame, then I should pay. And if it is no shame, then they cannot extort me.
It's more complicated than that, I'm afraid.
You make it so.
The law makes it so.
The law makes nothing. You live up to the law, or you do not.
Then if you know so much, oh so brave knight, then tell me, what am I supposed to do? I'm in love with Melangel and Lilo, and they love me, and we love each other, which is forbidden under the laws of monogamy. You see, 2 things are right, and I do not know how to remedy that. And so I'm going to leave it to the gods. If there's a blood feud, that would be Glessig's problem. You let me fight them. Won't be coming from this house.
So, just to be clear, Lilo is the mercenary?
Yeah, the mercenary knight. Yeah.
And
Lilo,
yeah. Who's Melangel?
Melangel is the steward of
the steward
of Sir Marjorie, the partner.
Okay.
So the 3 of them are in a polycule, in accordance to like old faith stuff, which obviously is bad because of inheritance and stuff, and rules. And so Defi found out about it and was extorting them. So
here's what Gareth. I did check cruel. Here's what Gareth's gonna do. He's gonna say, "You shall fight Sir Glessig, and you shall not use your shield, only your sword. You shall either triumph and earn whatever illegal mess you would share with Lilo and Melangel, or you shall die, and Lilo shall have Melangel lawfully. One way or the other, there'll be an answer."
Very well. So here's the issue. Lilo is going to want to fight instead.
Oh yeah, no. Gareth will put a kibosh on that.
You're gonna have to convince Lilo for this to work through. Or actually, you and
Erwin's gonna have to convince Lilo.
You and Marjorie are going to have to work to convince Lilo to not. And remember, Lilo is a mercenary knight. They're not under Roderick. They don't have a leash.
Right.
They're an itinerant knight.
They're a man at arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they any more talkative than Sir Marjorie was?
Yeah, she is. They are. Is it? I don't. What did I write down for their pronouns? Classic. Lilo is they. So they are way, way, way more firebrandy.
Gotcha.
She says, yeah. Okay, I think Melangel's like, she tells Lilo like you shouldn't talk to them. She's like, no, I'm gonna talk. Like, no, I'll explain this. And so, my only regret is that I wish I was the one who killed stupid extortioner.
It's might have made things simpler, but this what happened exactly? How did this Deafy find out?
I was careless with a letter.
How careless? How?
I was writing up drafts as proposals to the Earl about getting me somehow under liege.
And we still up?
I'm checking to make sure. It looks like I'm still up.
Okay. It's still not working for me. Okay. That's a my end thing.
It's good?
Yeah.
Cool.
The courier mistakenly placed it into Deafy's hands. Deafy read the letter.
And you, I'm not following that. If you would have, whatever Deafy would have read, then you would have revealed to the Earl, and the Earl, I don't understand. Why extort you based on the letter?
Well, it was my letter, and I was going to come forward, and they should have stopped me. It was my fault. This whole thing was my fault. Don't you understand?
I see that you want me to believe it's your fault. And I understand passion. I understand what it's like to have to face the prospect of losing someone you love. I think it's worthwhile to let cooler heads see what they can find out, because not all is what it seems. And the last thing the Earl needs is a blood feud on this border.
Well, then, convince Gareth to let me fight.
I'll do what I can. I'll talk to him. He is a hard man sometimes. Determined. But we're old friends.
Yeah, so basically they fucked up.
Yeah.
They were basically writing to admit this thing, and they're like, don't do that, no. And you're like, well, too late, I already sent it. And then literally the first person who gets it is like, whoa, what the hell they do? So yeah, they made a huge mistake. They admitted it without even realizing it, because they're wherever they come from. It's different, right?
Right. Does the druid have any? What's his name? Colin.
Yeah.
Colin. Yeah. Does he have any further perspective on it?
I mean, Colin's the one who sort of like married them.
Okay. All right. I'll go find out. I'll go seek Gareth.
That they were. I mean, the only other thing would be like, their ways have been acknowledged by the Earl before, and they've been given exceptions before about things.
Gotcha. So they had reason to suspect that if they came forward first, that the Earl might look favorably on it.
Yeah, and that if they, exactly. And so basically, Lilo kind of jumped the gun of sort of like the process of being like trying to like do this thing and then kind of make it formal.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden people are stopped down on it, and
So in terms of who gets to fight in one of these duels or judgments, is it that someone is it customary for someone else to stand in, or is it like, no, this is kind of a knight versus knight situation? Like, it has to be of someone of a certain social rank.
You can have a champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my instinct though is that, especially in a duel this personal, it wouldn't reflect well on Marjorie to let someone else stand in.
No,
especially an itinerant mercenary knight. That looks bad.
that looks bad. Yeah. And the other thing that what is going on between Sir what's his face, Glessig the Pious, and who is the lowborn companion that he's willing to start a blood feud over it?
Well, it's more about the principle of being killed in hospitality.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. That makes sense.
Yeah, and she's convinced that it's because of their deviltry, their devil worship. Right.
Gotcha.
You probably would get a little bit further with Edith, their squire, who's like, look, it's obviously not devil worship. Like, I'm friends with Hidaf or Hafid, and it's not a big deal. I think the issue is more mundane. I'm sure it's something like debt related.
So sure. I do think that if Erwin finds
probably a plot to get Sir Lilo vassalized.
So there's no other. It doesn't seem like there's any other further intrigue or anything like that, like other secrets or anything. Kind of someone taking advantage.
No, you more or less have all the information.
Sure.
Just how would you all act? I think the dogs in the vineyard part of play, I think, is more interesting than the Call of Cthulhu part of play.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, now that you have this information.
Yeah, Erwin's going to caution blood feud. This duel, if we go through with it, one of them will die.
It's to the death for sure.
Yeah,
and that will cause untold calamity on the western borders. Surely it's worth talking to Glessig and attempting, will she accept Weregild and some other price? If we let this happen, Sir Gareth, it is on our hands.
Glessig doesn't know that it's they don't know it's a like a love thing, and that's what was going on, or even extortion was involved. So
they're Roman Catholic.
They are. Yeah.
They certainly are. Yes.
Which they probably would not look fondly on.
Yeah, here's the thing. We can't tell Glessig.
Right. Yeah.
Because then the cat's out of the bag.
To me, there's a part of it where it's like that's Marjorie. That's like there's a part of me that's like, or now I'm mixing Jim and Erwin, where Erwin was like, that is the cat is out of the bag regardless, because they've slain a man over it. Mm-hmm. They should not have killed someone if they wanted it to be kept secret.
The issue is the slaying. It is not legally justified. Well, no, it might. I mean, it's in a fuzzy area, right? Like being extorted in your household.
No, that's absolutely okay.
Yeah,
that's okay to kill.
That's okay to kill.
Truthfully.
However, the input there is
you
still
have to
a
explain
sin.
why. Yeah,
yeah,
and the reason
still a sin.
Yeah, they won't.
And so
exactly
these two are trying to pay a price to keep it secret. Mm-hmm. And Gareth's logic is that, okay, if this secret is so important for you to have killed, then it must be important enough for someone to die. Mm-hmm. And so he's going to say, you know what? Fine, you get to duel, and this duel will keep your secret one way or the other.
Yeah,
your secret is kept, but guess what? You don't get a shield, right? You walk in there with a hand behind your back because you have sinned. You have done something wrong.
Does he explain it? Like, does Gareth explain it that way?
Almost in exactly those terms.
Yeah.
Like Gareth is kind of, he's like they have the audacity, like they have chosen something, but they shall not choose it with full rights and responsibilities when they acted with neither right nor responsibility.
Erwin is troubled by Gareth's hard line in this. He thinks
I did check cruel as the thing. Like they shall live together in their iniquity, all together or one less.
You're putting your boot on her back. Give her a shield. Let them fight as equals, and the gods sort it out.
God, Erwin, the god.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think that moment like clarifies, like Gareth is just like, did you just say gods, Erwin?
Yeah.
No, fuck. I made
Super
my decision.
good.
No.
Yeah. Cool. That's fucking so good. Okay, then. So here's how it goes, right? So the ending scene here is the battlegrounds chosen between West Lamington and Imber. And a priest is there, and the priest is going and doing like, you two, sir knights, are here on a matter of honor. Myself and God are here to witness you settle this matter honorably. You will not throw blades, nor will you use your weapons other than those agreed to. If quarter is to be asked, and Sir Glessic says, no quarter will be asked. And then Sir Melangel follows up and says, nor given. And they square up.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where we'll probably end for today, as they're gonna fight.
Yeah, I think like when they square up, Gareth goes over to Marjorie, takes her shield and shoves it into Lilo's hands and be like, "This is yours now," and walks back off the field.
Okay. Yeah. So the end result, I wrote down what the end result's gonna be. 1 second. If in this case. I'm just all over the place in my notes right now. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Oh wait, no, I didn't write this down. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Sword versus sword. I think it's gonna be both are passioned. So.
Yeah.
So this is Glessic the Pious. Calls upon their passion of their love of the Lord. So let's see what their sword is.
Nice.
All right, and then Marjorie is gonna call upon the love of her family. Okay. So they do get a blow in. But I think I'm gonna run this out on the rest of the prep and see how it goes. I don't know. Do we want to honor? I don't know. I don't know.
We have to end on something punchy.
Okay. And, I mean, part of this. Yeah. All right.
I know you want to like run a full session.
I don't want to be the person just rolling the dice here, right?
No, it's not. It's tense because like which one's fine.
Yeah. Sometimes as a player, I don't want to roll the dice because then I'm responsible. Like this is on you. I want to like.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just say the first 1 to 3 successes wins rather than damage.
Okay.
Glessig, Marjorie. Marjorie gets 2. Okay. Marjorie wins. Marjorie wins without a shield. Without a shield. And kills Glessig.
Yep. That's great. That's the power of Polly.
Yeah. Cool. So here's the thing though. So then
the devil worshiper has slain their lord.
Yeah.
Is that what
I
was gonna say now, no, you all know what's going on now though.
Right, and now I have thing. Yeah. In Gareth's capacity as like the arbiter of this, right? Gareth says there was no devil worship. The killing was justified was mostly justified.
It wasn't a violation of hospitality. Yeah.
It wasn't a violation of hospitality, but the duel is justified, right?
Yeah.
And so that's that, right?
That's that contradiction.
There should be no contradiction now between the events that happened and the outcome as far as Gareth is concerned.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit, everybody. Thanks for solving murder she scribed. Let me ask you all. How'd you like that?
That was good.
Weird.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, cool. I got some other stuff.
I like slowing it down, and I liked the sort of like being able to stop and chew on a scene if we want to, or dig deeper.
Yeah,
and chewing is good.
Yeah.
And I love the setup here over on the western. This kind of
stretching our legs a little bit.
Well, yeah, it is different, right?
Yeah.
So we're
the
gonna
raid.
See...
That was crazy.
Right. I didn't plan on y'all actually following and pursuing the raid, but that's fucking awesome. We didn't get to your feast.
Right, my private feast.
Which
that's all right.
We're allowed to do that next session.
We'll do that next session.
Okay, so then for things to come, next session is we're gonna be doing the invasion of Franklin. For sure. And then I think I'm just gonna have to scrap this other mission that I have about Syagrius. We didn't get to it today. That's fine.
But we got Syagrius in there, so
yeah, we did get the challenge coin and how you are gonna handle for that. So I'm really happy about that little adventure.
That's pretty cool.
But here was an opportunity for you to earn a challenge coin.
Was there any glory from the arbitration that we just did?
Oh yeah. I think you're gonna get. I think you only get 10 glory.
Okay.
Roderick was really hoping you could solve this without spilling to a bloodshed.
Oh, he picked the wrong guy for that.
Yeah. But I think 10 glory for trying to solve this, adjudicate this justly. Some fucking True Detective shit. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
That's cool. I really like that thing about gods, and he's like, "You mean God, Erwin?"
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really
you've been
really
building standing stones. I saw the plans.
Yeah.
I think Gareth's worried now. I think Gareth's like, I've been letting my buddy by himself too long up there near the fucking woods.
And like Gareth and Erwin's spirituality is still the 10. I think like he's questioning things, and
anyway. He's exploring, which is like something you're not allowed to do back then.
Certainly, yeah.
So like the thing for me now is like, I want to know if Erwin's gonna go after Raid.
That is I think that it depends entirely upon a conversation about having a second and further children with Colin and what they want, because Erwin's not gonna make them bear a bunch of kids, especially if knighthood is what they're after.
You should talk to your priest about it.
Yeah.
Your
He's over here going like, wait a minute, there's 3 of them.
I mean, the priest is responsible for the flock of Cholderton, and
certainly.
I mean, we don't have to have a scene about it, but like, Tathan's gonna be. Tathan wants what's best for Cholderton, and that means heirs.
Yeah,
and if that means making Colin go away in exchange for, I mean, and they don't want to be a steward anyways.
They don't want to be a steward.
So if you can figure out a solution,
that's where my head's at on it. But yeah,
right. I mean, you still have the passion for her, or the directed trait for her. Like, if you want her, go get her. So it's pretty awesome, because she is extremely fucking down with Frayed.
I love playing Frayed. That was great.
Yeah. So that's fucking awesome. Overall, I'm happy with how this went down. This wasn't going to be as bad as I thought, but I was extremely nervous how I was leaving a lot of the things out here pretty open-ended, because I really didn't know how they would, survive contact with you.
Oh, Eric, you have so many rollable tables. Just trust them.
Yeah, right. So I fully, full disclosure, you can watch this in the 48 prep. Frayed Braid's thing about an affair, all rolled. That all fucking came up, rolled.
That's great.
That Grade joined a nunnery was literally the result of a critical fumble on the chastity.
And who says the dice don't like me?
Right. So like all of that stuff was all procedural. I rolled up the blood feud and the reasons for it, and I got one person was super Roman Catholic and the other person was super pagan, and I spent a lot of time in that episode trying to workshop something that would seem like a pretty interesting thing to work out. And I thought the idea of someone of like the druidic polycule kind of thing being okay, but being kept secret, and why there was a murder was like, I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Especially as it revolves around heirs and who's legitimate. Like it all is complicated by succession.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's the problem. The problem is that like monogamy is required for proper succession.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you get challengers.
Yeah.
So that's the big deal. But I really thought it was really cool. And thanks for all for jamming with me on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you all got some good checks, and I thought this was better role playing than we normally do because we don't spend 5 minutes around, but really got to put our teeth into it. And we still got our feast, which is good. And so we got to have more feasts next week. Yeah, I guess we're.
Got Garrett's feast.
Yeah, we're playing next week, but I'm not the week after. PAX Unplugged.
Next week will be. I might be traveling next week.
Okay,
we'll talk.
That's fine. Yeah. We might be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
because of holidays and PAX Unplugged. But this is, I can't wait. The three of us are definitely going to be at PAX Unplugged, and we're going to talk about this kind of stuff. So if you're there, right. But anyways, this is super, super, super great. You two are just an absolute joy to GM for.
Yes.
This is my favorite game by far. This game it delivers everything for me.
I'm digging it. I'm vibing.
Awesome. All right, let's get out of here. Colin, outros.
Hi, I'm Colin Vulcanet. I'm one half of the Phantom Roll Booth, and I do RPG and RPG adjacent stuff. You can find me here on Saturdays as well, playing Picard Saint Michel in 1648 France on Miseries and Misfortunes. Look for me at PAX Unplugged. Come up and say hi. I don't bite, but I may be undercaffeinated, so present a energy drink to me in protestation. You will be rewarded with some mystical poem. I don't know.
That's so good. Oh, I miss. Thank you, Colin. I miss this, but thank you, I Made Gaming for gifting 2 subs. You're super awesome. Mike is really great. Mike runs an amazing channel, Unmade Gaming. Really, really good games there. Colin's on does stuff with them.
Yes, we do.
All right, and Jim.
Yes, I am WebDM Jim. You can come and check us out over on YouTube, where we're talking about all things RPG and D&D related and the like. Other than PAX Unplugged, I don't have much coming up. Play a troll ranger on Kobold Press's channel on Sundays, and it's like a good beer and pretzels kind of D&D moment where it's just sort of wacky. But other than that, maybe see you at PAX. And I love this game. It's amazing. Oh yeah, it's a dream come true.
Good. That's what I want to hear. I'm so excited that you two are so excited about the game as much as I am. So I'm very, very happy about it. And I'm super happy that chat loves to watch and hang out. And I know they love hearing about this game, and everyone coming in prepping like, oh my God, this is so good. Seeing what's coming on for what's actually comes up on live. So it's really, really, really cool to see. So thank you all so much. If you want, I will be posting and sharing the snippets of my notes here online for free. You don't have to support me at Patreon, but I'm going to be posting them on Patreon, just public posts with these adventures. So you can run them in your own game. Just throw them in there, and I kind of have everything kind of broken down. So change them at your leisure. All right. So I want to provide more back to people in terms of like content for Pendragon and running Pendragon. And so I have that. I have a NPC starting at 485 tracker table. I have a Manor tracking sheet that's kind of automated. I want to make it as easy as possible for you all to run this game. All right. So anyways, Thank you so much. That's at Patreon, EricVulgaris, if you're interested. I'll be posting that later tonight. All right. So thank you all so much. We're out of here. Bye.